engaging
there
with
is
no
light,
clear
there
follow-up,
are also
and I don't
shadows.
see the connection from the side of Alpha 7 Esports on that first game. If they can make things work, or they're more in sync in the second game, definitely they can force a game 3.
So going to the draft, pretty much the same. And like you said, they need to be able to play like a unit. It does look like A7, Viguin wants to do one thing, Takashi wants to do another. But now in the draft, they identified that Tianzi's Suyo is one of the main factors that they do not want to deal with, giving up the Kalea. So right now, Apex 47 has that hero on his hand. What will Alpha 7 do to counter this? You could pick up the Harith or the Granger again, maybe secure yourself a Juicin if you want to. Juicin was banned out in the previous game as well.
I think they need to secure a jungler early though this time around, right? With the Suyo banned out. If the Joy is open, or if they're ballsy, they can pick up the Hanzo early here, right? It was banned out in the second phase from side of Aurora. Sure, no clear targets just yet though, but right, if Kingzilla is that confident, I think they can pick it up like early. Though Alpha 7 instead, they went for the Hilda and as well as the Harith. So the double H combo here picked up by Alpha 7.
I do like the fact that the Hilda having a lot of rotational speed in the early game would enable Kingzilla to have a more effective farming phase. But then again, giving up quite a bit of options over to Aurora. So if Rosa wants to pick up the Farsa right now, he can. Unless you want to go for the Badang Granger right now.
Badang Granger makes sense, right? It will be, I guess, a switcheroo, right? Kalea, Badang over to Aurora this time around if they do commit on towards that Badang. But let's see. Aurora, they will lock in a jungler, I believe. The Moskov and the Hanzo. Right? It's going to be very, very interesting because technically Hanzo and the Moskov, they have global presence, right? You can assassinate multiple members, if not one, with the Hanzo, and while the Moskov is doing work on the far lane, and just jump with the SOD to give you a surprise attack.
Yeah, this is looking really scary, especially for Gusta Lagusta, where the Hanzo is able to just get into that gold lane, all willy-nilly, get into that back line, and take out your main damage dealer of the team. So Alpha 7, if they want to play their cards right, or they want to play it to a more zonal control kind of synergy, might be able to pick up something like a Hylos or even the Yve themselves as well. They'll create a lot of opportunity for them, but they want to pick up that Hayabusa first to deny Hanzo of any unwanted killings.
Yeah, with the Hayabusa, not bad. Clearing speed as well, and also, of course, mobility, which can somehow equalize, right? With the mobility that Hanzo provides, I guess Hayabusa can sneak into the back lines and wait for the Hanzo to be back to his body, and then Hayabusa can do the execution. But let's see though, right? Second phase of the drafting is up and running. Alpha 7 Esports, they might want to limit the mid laners here, but it seems like the Hylos, right? You mentioned the Hylos earlier for Alpha 7. It seems like Alpha 7 Esports, they're not going for that approach.
Interesting. Gato Gacha is still open, so Aurora might pick that up as well. So it will be the Juicing being banned out by Aurora. I think they're all lacking the same heroes, the XP and the mid lane, or in the case of Alpha 7, the roam. So Turkey might be able to ban out the roams that might disrupt them, so the Badang is quite impactful.
The Tig as well,
that one out
perhaps?
as well. Tigro.
I think the Tig here is also a possibility if Alpha 7 let it go. I think Aurora can capitalize on that Tig pick, right? They need some sort of a crowd control, and Tig can definitely provide that department. Sicilian though will be the answer for Alpha 7, so somewhat limiting Rose's hero. But if they do want to go crazy here, Aurora, I think they can go for the Yves again with the TIG.
Yves might be a really good synergy with the Kalea, but I would say
Kalea is already at Rome.
Yeah, Kalea is already at Rome. So the Cho will be banned out. So no Cho for Baguin. This leaves Badang open. You want to try that one again. It might be possible. Instead of the EXP side, you swap out the Hilda to the EXP and then get the Badang to go roam if you're A7. Would be possible. You have the Hilda to disrupt the Hanzo as well. And then once you have the Badang clearing out that waves alongside the mid lane, there would be a much faster approach into the jungle.
Yeah, I think, you're right. Alpha 7 Esports, they have the burst with the Harith. Seems like they will go for the Badang, like you mentioned, like you predicted. So there you go. That's the crowd control that they're lacking as well. Doesn't really perform well. It wasn't really displayed well though. Now it will go to the hands of Vaguin, seems like. Aurora.
Mid lanes. Yves might work. Xavier on a long shot might work. Farsa to just create a lot of space into the
Against the
Tsunami Slam might work
Hayabusa
as well. Lucas is open. Lucas.
Ooh, okay.
Lucas is crazy against Hayabusa and the Harith as well. And then Lucas Yves is just crazy. Valentina goes in just to get that.
Lucas, you're right, Lucas. This is
Lucas.
Oh,
They won the Gato.
Oh my goodness. So they went for the Valentina to get that Iron Fist Crack, and potentially a Shaman Force if Rosa's being cheeky, but the Gato Kacha again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Seems like in the first game it was useful for Apex 47 at least. Now it will go to the hands of Lunar. Alpha 7 Esports now with their last pick mid laner. I don't mind the Vex or the Aurora, I guess.
I think Aurora might be a little bit better. At least it gives you a second life against the Hanzo, but you want a mid laner to be a little bit more mobile. That's why I think Rosa takes away the Valentina. So now, like you said, the Vexana will be picked up right here. But there's so much targets, big red targets on this Vexana. If you're TNZ right now, you must be smiling.
Let's see. All right, down to execution, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0 for Aurora. And will Vaguin and friends be able to recover and force a game 3?
Yeah. As the draft is locked in, we're going into the potentially last game of the second series of today. Will Brazil in A7 take away one game from the Turkish Delight? Aurora, one game to get that clean sweep will be so pivotal to their roster, especially in their standings right now. After that tragic loss yesterday against Team Falcons, we're locked in and ready to go. Let's jump into the Land of Dawn as we kick off game number 2. Gani, man, for this Hanzo, what other dimensions are being brought to the table?
Of course, side lane pressure. They have Hanzo and the Moskov. And yeah, just surprise engages, right? With the Shadow coming in. All of the members from the side of Alpha 7, they need to be able to just back their friends up. Especially after level 4, especially after level 8. Now let's see here. A little aggression here from the side of Alpha 7.
There's a lot of aggression coming in. Rosa forced to use that flicker out of the way as Takashi and Vaguin proxy that wave and start the ball rolling. Coming into the jungles, getting terrified. There's a fist crack onto it. Takashi going real low as Apex 47 comes in with the slam. Vaguin also forced to use a flicker out of the way, but he used the Tornado Eye coming in. It's a 1-to-1. Vaguin just left a little bit. One more hit and Apex 47 won't be able to get it. This time around, it lets this one go as Syndra is there to back up. As Takashi wants to come in just a little bit, but won't be able to as TNZ picks that one up. He's got his level 4 already. So the aggression will be starting in. What a bummer, though, for Apex 47. Just one more hit, unable to just finish that job.
Yeah, it was so unfortunate there for Apex 47, but 3 Inspires here locked in, and as well as 3 Wilderness Blessing from side of A7. So they want to play around the river, they want to play it fast as well, have more control, perhaps also just to disengage, right, with the potential threat from TNZ.
Speaking of threat, you've got Vaguin now using the Badang, able to get that early game rotations, learning from game number 1. Don't want to be a little bit too aggressive. It looks like Kingzilla will have an easy turtle with the retribution over to him. Now for 7, back on that defense. Apex 47, not as aggressive anymore, but you want that Hanzo. Look where he is, on the opposite side of the map.
Oh, cheeky positioning, right? Aurora now, will they commit on towards a fight?
Just wants to get that purple buff, takes it away. Tsunami slam into the turtle guard, but it's not enough, no use. Takashi tries to block off the entrance as Tianzi keeps himself safe. Will be able to get out of there alive as Apex 47 jumps over the wall. And Takashi out for blood alongside the Guin. This Gusta Lagusta coming in with the Zaven Force. First blood goes over to Gusta. Man, Sigiboom finds himself in a wrong position.
So unfortunate there for inside of Aurora. They went a little bit too aggressive, Apex.
Oh, slam, but able to flicker out to safety.
Calmly
Syndra
done.
already in position. And speaking of calm, you don't know where Vaguin is. Sigiboom kind of understands where he is. He doesn't want to risk it, though. He walks a little bit too close. Vaguin might be able to use that fist crack combo on the top side, though. You got Tianzi trying to whittle them down. The bottom side, Sigiboom gets caught yet again. He got one more. It's looking like a really high aggressive playstyle from Alpha 7 Esports. 1,500 gold lead is the biggest lead of the 2 games we've seen so far in this series.
Definitely, and this is the start that Alpha 7 wanted. Execution down to a T, right? They give the 2 kills towards Gusta Lagusta, who has the Sarlium Scythe, right? So that is already damaged there. Early damage for that Herrick TNZ. Ooh.
The longer they delay, Sigiboom, but in the meantime, TNZ able to use that shadow, just get out of the way, turn to a demon and fly by. Vaguin caught in the middle between a rock and a hard place, won't be able to escape as Rosa steals their turtle guard and slams it on himself and picks up that kill onto Vaguin.
A little too hasty there, over-committing, overextending without clear backup, and that will be Aurora equalizing on the turtle take.
Now they know that Sigiboom's in danger, so Aurora making a beeline haste towards that bottom side. SOD unable to land though, but here comes Vaguin. Here, there for backup, Tsunami Slam into the wall. Trapped up, but the Eternal God stops them into place. They do take down one, but it's all they get as the Shadow Kill comes in. Takes down one more, and Aurora Turkey taking a little bit too much damage. Sigiboom runs for his life, won't be able to connect. The EOG hits and lands onto Gusta Lagusta. He gets shut down by Rosa. But that's all they wrote for now as Apex 47 gets traded for their gold laner. As Aurora Turkey coming back on the board. Scoreline equalized. Tianzi down the mid side. Won't be able to hit up much longer though. He's got that one kill. Gets back to safety. Vaguin misses the fist crack though. Gets himself safe for now.
Impressive engage there in the bottom side, right? Lunar with the calculations, AOG. He knows that he has the AOG. That's why he still is hovering, looking for an angle, finds the right timing. Gusta Lagusta wasn't able to get out with Rosa flickering in, giving the damage. TNZ though, almost there, just being that constant threat. But Gusta Lagusta, overall, an okay farm. He is now level 8. And as well as has almost his second item. Oh, that's an AOG there.
Oh, slam in. Vaguin forced to use the fist crack dash out of the way, but here comes Kingzilla trying to take down Tianzi, but not until he takes down Vaguin for himself, able to get out safe for now. They take down one and they leave. Nice AOG trying to stop the approach that Gusta Lagusta might be able to support Vaguin when secure that kill.
And Lunar knows that Gusta Lagusa earlier doesn't have the
Bottom side
purify.
though. Ooh. Oh, into it though. Apex 47 a little bit too far, a little bit too late. As Gusta Lagusta finds the real body of Tianzi, waits for it to show, and takes him down. This Gusta Lagusta having an excellent performance in the second game, 4-1-0. All the kills from A7 are on this Harith. This Apex 47 jumps over the wrong side of the wall, but forced out this barrage from Baguin.
Yeah, this is
Now
this.
A7.
This is Alpha 7 understanding the power, right? Their power right now. Gusta Lagusa on the Harith is so good. But keep in mind here, Aurora, they're no pushovers as well. Sigiboom is doing work. He knows that he's behind. That's why we have yet to see action from Sigiboom. He was taken down twice. So right now, his main focus is just get as much as farm as possible, knowing that the far lane is up and available. That is where he is going to be at for most of the part. And yeah, just wait for the 3 power spikes, right? Then perhaps we might see impactful action from the side of Sigiboom. Gusta Lagusa, he needs to control his tempo. He is ahead of farm, the bottom side, Kingzilla.
Tianzi keeps himself safe for now. Able to pop that iframes away from the shadow kill. Enough for him to get away, but this Hanzo is not having too much of an impact so far in the mid stage of the game. It's 8 minutes on the clock. The scales have tipped once again, favoring A7 with a 700 gold lead. Lord spawning up in 40 seconds. What's the game plan for either teams, Gani?
You know, I think right now Sigiboom needs to focus on towards controlling that far lane, and if there's an opening and that SOD lands on towards that Lord on an Alpha 7 member, that's where Aurora can turn the thing around.
Baguin finds 2, gets locked them off, takes down Rosa. Lunar pops the AOG, got away to safety, but the damage is done. A lot of key resources away from Aurora Turkey. They're handling that split waves. They know that Sigiboom is still a threat, even though his 0-2 and 1 down. As long as he maintains the pressure on the side waves, A7 is still heavily under threat. Apex 47 in the spot of Father will be able to prance away this time. As the Lord spawning up, A7 looks like they're in a better position to contest.
Uh-oh. Sigiboom.
Oh, they know. Sigiboom against Kingzilla misses the shadow. Sigiboom's all alone this time around, but no, Kingzilla taking down 1. Is he able to dash away? Spin down on that wall. Here comes Apex 47 here for a backup. Sigiboom finally takes it down. They read that like an open book. And Tianzi, nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be found. Taking them out. The Lord gets stolen by Gusta Lagusta. Baguin, caught in the middle, gets taken out as well. Tianzi wants to be able to find something else for himself and his team. But the Lord getting stolen by Gusta Lagusta. But taking down Kingzilla, that was a huge master play. It's still the first Lord, so there's still a lot of time to breathe for Aurora.
Yeah, I mean, that was a crazy exchange, right? Oh, they want to fight more.
Zaman Force already put down. Tianzi getting gunned down by Takashi. Chased down. Executed. It's Gusta Lagusta. Damage is showing strong. Hitting like a truck as of this point. 7-7 is scoreline. 1,700 gold over to A7. No more Tianzi. Lord marching on the top side. They're back on that defense. Aurora Turkey having a dominant performance, but the Tsunami Slam into Takashi won't amount up to anything. Yet again, Aurora Turkey back on that back foot.
Definitely, man. They need to take care of this Lord, which I think Moscow, right? Sigiboom is on that. Wow, Alpha 7 taking as many as turrets as possible here. And Aurora, they need to slow down their tempo, man, because with the Badong, anything can happen.
Tianzi immediately annihilated in the midst of battle. Gusta Lagusta is just too much to handle. How do they reach up to this Harith? He's just unkillable. His AC is just dashing all around the place.
This is why the Harith is so OP, folks.
Eternal Guard already laid down. Baguin caught in the middle. Might be able to get taken down, but Gusta Lagusta doing the Lord's work, dashing, prancing, bobbing, waving around in the Zaman Force, making a lot of damage count. Rosa gets taken down as A7 still breathing. happy at this position they are. As TNZ finding or trying to find and picking up that scraps that A7 left behind. Tsunami Slam onto Apex 47. It's not over yet as Gusta Lagusta takes another one down. 6-1 and 2 for this Harith. As TNZ tries to find Syndra, unable to hit this mark and gets away to safety. Vaguin takes down 2, locks 2 up, able to get that down as Rosa spawns back up in the midst of time. And Gusta Lagusta dashes over wall to safety. Luna trying to go for that chase. AOG, SOD lands onto Gusta Lagusta, finally finding that Harith. Huge find for Aurora Turkey as TNZ tries to clean it up on IO2, taking down Takashi in the process as well. A7 extended a little bit too much, a little bit too long as 3 members fall from the hands of Aurora Turkey. 10 seconds to the next Lord spawns up. I can't believe that this team fight lasted this long. Gani, what just happened right there?
The gamble paid off. The calculations were on point from the side of Aurora, right? With the SOD and AOG and Sig. Gusta Lagusta is a little bit late to disengage. They want to fight more.
Let's knock up this 4-man fist crack Tsunami Slam right in the midst of that Lord, but who won't get it? TNZ standing off that retribution. Baguin's all alone. King Seal is nowhere to be found, but here comes Gusta Lagusta. Zimmerman Force already popped up. Apex 47 healing as much as he can. No more flicker for Baguin. Unable to chase. They can't take what they can. And Aurora finding that Lord. All 5 members up and well and alive as Alpha 7 loses their lead, seeping down to equalize that scoreline. It's Aurora back up on top.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is just minute number 13. We get to see a lot of action. Both teams trading punches, both teams trading blows, and this was the engage right from Aurora. They low-key gambled with calculation there, looking for a Sigiboom play. They find it, right? They find Sigiboom, and thus they got the Lord in a dramatic fashion as well.
All 3 lanes pushing in. Takashi taking a little bit too much damage from TNZ, unable to find the real body of Hanzo as Vaguin tries to block of all possible engages. The bottom side already pushed in by Sigiboom. Damage is done. Lord is taken down. But hey, T2 secured. That's a good sign for Aurora Turkey. That's some signs of life for them. As long as they are able to find Gusta Lagusta, they might be able to win all of these team fights. Apex 47 jumps over the wall, scares me a little bit, and then backs off. This discipline coming in from Aurora is showing strong. They have that lead right now. All they got to do is maintain it.
Yep, slowly but surely as well, right? Aurora, they can't be too complacent here. It seems like Sigiboom is already online with the items. The power spike is definitely there, but you got to remember, Harith late game is nasty, and Alpha 7, they know it right now. They're playing it patiently as well. All they need to do is protect Gusta Lagusta and they're A-okay.
Speaking of A-okay, Aurora Turkey doesn't want to make a sound, doesn't want to make a move. And Luna able to dash over the wall to safety for now. Syndra finds out where Apex 47 is. It's going to be a tricky situation, especially if you're Aurora Turkey, because as a team fight unit, A7 still stands stronger. And look at Syndra though, 0-0 and 4, unable to get a kill as of yet. Apex 47 caught in there. Tsunami Slam into the midst of battle. Takashi goes low. Takashi falls. Immortality pop. You got the fist crack down on the bottom side. TNZ falls as well. That's a huge opening for A7 to make a big play right here. 30 seconds till TNZ pops back up, but 20 seconds till the Lord spawns up. A7 could make quick work and blitz this Lord down. Putting back up. Man, Gotti, this is just push and pull all the way through.
Definitely, man. Both teams taking jabs here and there, but they got to remember here, Aurora, even though they're a man down, Sigiboom has a potential outplay, and all spells are up here for side of Aurora. So, yeah, Alpha 7, okay. So with this, right, I thought Aurora, they might want to delay the Lord take, but no, they will not take any risks. They will just let the Lord go. And Alpha 7 will happily take that Lord. Just a free one.
You know, a lot of teams, they honestly struggle with the side lane pressure that arises. This is 16 minutes on the clock, but let's take a look at the itemizations. It still looks like Rosa is still on top, but the rest of the members of A7 have the lead in this game for a dominant performance in game number 1. I did not expect how close this game 2 is, Gani.
Very much so, right? Well said. But remember here, Sigibum has that malefic gun, so that range, it increases. Let's see though the defense from the side of Aurora. Can Alpha 7 really force a game through with the Lord marching bottom side?
Might be possible though. Lagusta taking a lot of damage from that Eternal Guard alone. Remember, Rosa also steals that passive that Vexana has, so once that minions explode, that's the damage that Lagusta receives. Lord already broke through the defenses, coming in strong. Lord taken care of. The Xayman Force already built up on. They might be able to take down another one. Eternal Guard laid down. It's A7. They take what they can and they go. It's better luck next time. Aurora, successful defense.
Wow, and if you saw earlier, Apex 47 collected fleeting time, which allows a decrease, right? Oh, they want to engage now.
Oh, there's a Tsunami Slam into the AOG. Locks up 2 from the backline though. Sigaboom's in a spot of trouble right there. Shadow Kill won't find its mark. Trying to heal back as much as they can as Alpha 7 leads the charge. They touch and they go once again. It's like a boxing match. Everyone's fighting, no one's dying.
Yeah, and clutch win of nature there to nullify the Shadow Kill from Kingzilla, which allows Sigibum to
He base. He's got the Xayman Force already locked up. Apex 47 already down. Baguin trying to find an angle down low. At least they clear the setup before that next Lord take. But it will be a long haul for Aurora to come back into this game. The Hanzo needs to be able to maintain that side pressure, especially on that long lane away from that Lord. But this is where Alpha 7 identifies where they want or where they think Aurora is going to go. So it's going to be a tall order, especially for Sigiboom, always getting caught out by Baguin.
It's a reset. Alpha 7, they understand that they have the map, and that's why they are on the Lord first. Takashi, Vaguin sent to just zone the Lord. Lunar looking for an angle. Will they force this one? I don't
Got
think
his
so.
AOG on hand. It's going in, Kingzilla. Actually got that retribution. All hell breaks loose. Kingzilla steals that Lord. Baguin finds out Sigiboom, able to get that Rose Gold meter to pop in time, gets that shield, and a little bit of a lease of life for him is Baguin trapped in the middle. No more Kingzilla, no more Takashi. They got that Lord in hand. But look at the back line though. Rosa going in strong with the Rinser Crown. Wants to take out Lagusta. One more hit. He's got his immortality all popped up. Here comes Tianzi. One more hit as well. Is Lagusta will finally go down. That's the window of opportunity. Oh hell breaks loose and Alpha 7 loses their life. 40 seconds on the clock for every single one of the members. Kingzilla coming up in 15 seconds. They need to make quick work of this Lord. They need to be able to extend this one. They were able to push it in all the way through. What just happened, Gotti? It was just a disaster for A7.
A7, they got the Lord, but at what cost? Now Kingzilla, they are recalling, they're respawning. Aurora, they have enough time.
Takashi, Kingzilla are all up. They're trying to take away the minions, but one cannon minion is all they need. One cannon minion will secure them that clean sweep. This was way too close, and you can see it on their faces. They wanted to try something new with that Hanzo. It didn't work out in the early game, but in the late game, though,